Okay, let's talk about our questions that we had in the packet here on responding. The first question was an opinion question. What did you think of the ending of the book? Were you surprised? What do you think the future holds for Meg, Charles Wallace, and Calvin? I love that I saw hands shooting up. I love that you guys want to answer this. So what did you think about the ending of the book? Christian?
I thought the ending was okay. And I put that I was not surprised because I thought they would get Charles back, and I think the future is going to be kind of dark because it is like mad at them and might come and try to get them.
That's an excellent prediction right there. That's good because did they defeat it? No. All they did was manage to get Charles Wallace away. Yes, Maddox.
So I said I think that the end of the book was good and the author wrapped it up good, and I wasn't very surprised because I knew that she was going to save Charles. And I think that Meg, Charles, and Calvin will all be close and stay in touch with the three Mrs. W's.
Okay.
And go on more adventures.
Okay. I'm going to ask if you are drinking water, that's fine. But the noise making with things, it's just as bad as talking during class. Let's stop that, please. Ryland, what were you going to say?
I said I thought that the ending was pretty perfect, but did I expect it pretty much? I said I think the future holds lots of purpose, but I believe that it is still going to be alive, but they're going to be ready for it this time.
Okay, so I've heard some opinions here that they liked the ending. Did anyone take the opposite stance of that? Mason, what'd you say?
I kind of said it was like a cliffhanger.
Okay.
I kind of finished it, but like didn't.
So that bothered you that it was a cliffhanger? Yeah, that it didn't all just wrap up neatly at the end? I will say, this is one of my favorite books. However, I feel that it's a flawed book. And that's okay to look at our books and go, this is what I would do differently. The one thing I would do differently about this book is the ending. I feel like the last chapter is really rushed. Like they save Charles Wallace. It's like all in once. I would have loved for there to be more conflict at the end between Meg and it and have it be a little bit more suspenseful. Like she just pretty much was, I love you, I love you, I love you. Come on, we're out of here. I'm simplifying that, but I really would have liked to have a little bit more to that ending. It always leaves me wanting a little bit more with that.
Could have ended as dark clouds rolled into the sky.
Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. But yeah, it's okay to take our books and dissect them a little bit like that and say what we don't like about them too.
Have you read A Wind in the Door?
I have. A Wind in Time. I have read it. I've read the series, but it has been a long time since I read it. So what I was planning on doing is taking that next book home this weekend and reading it really quick before I put it out there for AR reading, because I'd like to reread that before I put it out there.
Here's the thing. I was going to say the whole part of the end where she uses like the power of love to save Charles was a bit stereotypical. And then I realized this book was made in the 60s, so it was kind of before the stereotype sort of.
So it was during that time for sure. What Riley is referring to is there was a whole movement in the 60s. If you know about the Beatles and John Lennon and All You Need Is Love, and it was like a whole thing. There was, like that saying was around everywhere, and being loving, and that was a push throughout the 60s. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing to have happen, but you're right. Stereotypical is right. That's a good word for that. Yes, Maria.
I put that I liked the ending of the book, but now that I think about it, it was really predictable.
It was, yes.
So I wish you would have.
Uh-huh. Yes. Milo?
So like in the 60s eras, was that like when hippies were?
Yeah. That was before my
I
time,
wish
man.
I would have lived back then.
You do?
Yeah.
You
That
wish
would've
you
been
would have
so
been a
much fun.
hippie? Okay, good to know, Milo. All right, Rylan.
As much as I like the end of the book, I agree with what you said, and I don't think it would just like let them go like that. I know it wasn't really in his control, but I feel like that part was kind of dumb that it didn't do anything.
Yeah. but it should make you kind of want to read the next book and see what happens. Yep.
I feel like that I liked it, but I feel like since there's so many different books now than there probably were in the 60s, it's just so predictable.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have just read a lot of good books. That's it, too. All right, let's go on to really quickly the analyzing literature. After Meg releases her father, so think back to when he was in the column. Why is she so disappointed in him? I love the hands up. Thank you. Jackson.
Because he couldn't fix everything like she thought he could.
She really thought, all I have to do is find father. All that needs to happen is father comes home and everything's going to be better. And that was disappointing to her. Who is Aunt Beast and how does she help Meg? Corinne.
Aunt Beast is like this creature, like beast type thing, and she helps Meg by like taking out healing her of the dark thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Helping her regain strength.
Yes, that's exactly it. She also helped her understand. She explained some things to her about what was happening with the dark thing. And so she was very wise along with healing. Rylan, do you have something to add to this?
I had Aunt Beast is a beastly creature with hair and tentacles on the planet Ixchel.
You okay?
She saves Meg by keeping her alive after the dark came out inside of her.
Perfect. How is Charles Wallace finally freed? Annabelle, how is Charles Wallace finally freed?
Meg, she goes back to Kansas and she screams, I love you at him, and he gets unhypnotized.
Yes, because that is what she has that it does not have. She has the ability to love. Why did Meg have to go alone to Camazotz? Why was that important that she went alone? Yes, ma'am.
She was the only one that could go because she's the only one out of those people that truly knew Charles Wallace, and he could probably recognize her better and know that the one love he genuinely meant.
Excellent. And then lastly, do you believe it is finally defeated at the end of the book? Everybody? No. Why? Who has a reason why? Jake?
They discovered its weakness, but they never took the time to defeat it before they left.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to know how they can defeat it. Quinn?
And also, I feel like there are plenty of other its on other planets that we know about.
Oh, you think there's more its?
So, it's not the only one.
Rylan?
So, I have kind of a theory. So,
Okay.
I think that it is not dead, but they might have weakened it by showing that that it's possible to take people from its grasp, if that makes sense.
Yes?
And I feel like at the end it didn't really affect Meg at all.
Okay. Good theory. Good theory. Corinne?
I think they weakened him and showed him that he could be defeated, but now he's gonna come back even stronger because he knows what can defeat him.
I think that's a good prediction too. All right, so that was from our packet. Now let me tell you what's going to happen the next couple days. Today, I'm going to show you an assignment next that helps us do what we call a story map. Story map lets us think of the characters, the plot, the setting, the rising action, the falling action, all of that. We're going to take a look at that really quickly here. Tomorrow, we're going to do a review, and then you're going to take your AR test over this book tomorrow. Then we're going to do more review. I'm going to give you a study guide tomorrow so that you have it over the weekend. Monday, we're going to do intense review. Tuesday is going to be your test over this book. Okay, that's the timeline. We're going to have a few days of review. For this next part, you're going to need your Chromebooks. Go ahead and do that and get to Google Classroom. Yes, ma'am.